Hi everybody, hope you're doing good. Today I wanted to talk about my favorite subject, love. We all want it. We all want to have it so bad, but it's interesting. The other day I was in the car with my husband and my husband was driving, and my husband loves the oldies station. The 60s, the 70s, the 50s music, all of the oldie stuff. Cute radio station, and we listen to it. And some of the songs I haven't heard, my God, for years. So I'm listening to it, I'm singing, and he says to me, when you listen to these songs, what do you think? And I says, well, it's all about love. And I go, and it was simple. It's just really simple back then. I listen to the degree of music today, and it's gotten to be a lot more depressing, a lot more complex. And it's very freeing to listen. So I can understand why some people really like the older music. I get that. But then, my husband and I, we were talking, and he said, it's sad because people want the need to be loved so bad that they're making really bad choices to what they're settling for because of the need to be loved. I kind of looked at it where, yeah, he's right. But then I thought, I think people have made it more complicated. I do. Even when people are just dating. If, you go on a date with somebody and it doesn't work out, fine. But what I'm hearing is everybody is micromanaging it to death. And what I hear, every little thing. How about just saying, you know what? Maybe the guy was an idiot. The girl was an idiot. I moved on. Today, they're literally dissecting it so much to the point where, all right, you had a bad date. You're not the first one. You're not the last one. But today, everything has to be so extreme, so dramatic to everything. People are really complicating it a lot more. They're putting so much into it that this is why nothing's working out for them. It was a statistic I heard a couple of weeks back that there are more single people out there than married people. I totally agree with that. I believe that. I do. Why can't people meet people? Well, I can go on and on about that. Technology has actually ruined it for a lot of people because people are becoming lazy. People are overthinking it. People don't want to do the natural things that we all did many years ago. When I hear people that are working remote from their home, they're ordering their groceries remote, they're ordering their clothes remote, Uber Eats, they're doing everything. And I'm thinking to myself, well, how do you meet anybody? And then they get upset and they say, well, Susan, when am I going to meet my person? You don't need a psychic to tell you that. You need to get out. You need to go and do something. Join something. Get involved in something. Start networking. I mean, we're human beings. We're not machines. We still need other people. And I'm noticing people are steering away from that. People that I remember as my clients 5, 7, 10 years ago, and I have a session with them now, I'm noticing a big difference in them. What I'm noticing is they have fear to go out now in public. They can't do it. And this was not them 5, 10 years ago. So what I'm noticing is our society is making people introverts to the point where they just can't sit there and talk. They can't do anything. And they're lost. And then they're still complaining about not finding Mrs. Right or Mr. Right or whoever it is. It doesn't work that way. Just go out and be you. If you meet somebody that isn't your person, it's not a big deal. You're probably going to meet a lot of those people. What do they say? You got to have a lot of people before you find your right person. I get that. But today, everybody is overthinking it to the point where people are getting stage fright in meeting people or thinking it's never going to happen. Whether you want to meet somebody online, I say go do it online, but don't let it just be the only thing you do. Do everything. Volunteer. Go out. Make dinner arrangements. Join a group. Join a club. Join something. Be with other people. Do it all. But just don't do one thing. Everybody is overcomplicating it. And that's where I'm starting to see where people cannot sit there and socialize any longer. The degree of socialization. You go to a restaurant, and it's funny, we went out with our neighbors for dinner the other night, and we had such a great time. And one of my neighbors was telling me the story a few nights ago. She saw all these kids in their beautiful prom gowns and the tuxedos, all these kids, and they all got a big table, and all the kids were doing this. Nobody was looking at each other and conversing. Now, how is that social? So, you have to stop and think about that. What are we doing? Why is this happening? Because I've got news for you. 20 and 30 years ago, none of this stuff existed. People were happier. People were free. Yeah, we had problems like everybody else, but today I'm noticing a lot more phobias, anxiety. They can't go out, they can't talk, they can't do this, they've got anxiety for this. Because if you're always in the house, this is what's going to happen. Don't overcomplicate it. Let your kids go run and play and be outside. These are important things to teach your kids. Look, life is hard. Life is messy. But we don't have to overcomplicate things. As human beings, we're overcomplicating it. We can't help what life gives us. Life gives us curveballs. I say that all the time. But we have to help it along. We're actually giving more curveballs just by the choices that we're making. Love doesn't have to be complicated. Go back to simplicity. Remember, you're going to go out and meet people, and some of them are going to be obnoxious. Some of them are not going to be your people. But you know what? He wasn't it. That was it. Move on. Go to the next. Go to the next. It's not a big deal. You're not the first. You're not the last. But that's what I'm trying. You have to start understanding what you guys are doing. You are really, really overthinking this to the point where it doesn't need to be thought. Go out, meet people, see how that person makes you feel. Go out and make other friends with other people. It isn't just on a romantic level. It's just getting yourself out there again. Hibernation is not good for anybody. And it's really time to rethink, what can you change to make your days brighter and happier? Just get out there and be a real person again. All right? So I hope this helps. I truly hope that it's going to make a difference to one of you, that you're going to want to change something up. Because like I always say to my clients, try my way because your way's not working. And hopefully we'll go from there. All right? Take care. Have a blessed week. Subscribe to Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. More to come. Take care. Bye-bye.